let's do the questions because as I always tell you that maths is incomplete without questions. Concept has to be with the questions. Now whatever concepts we studied, now we will do the questions. Let's get started. Two angles of a triangle are 72 degree and 48 degree. Find the third angle. So what can be the answer, students? For this question, two angles are given. So basically it's the angle sum property, if you remember. Angle sum property, which is angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 is equal to 180 degree. Which are the three sum of the angles of a triangle. This is the angle sum property. Two angles are already given. Suppose angle, this can be angle A or angle 1. So this is 72 degrees plus 48 degrees plus let us assume this angle which you don't know as x degree is equal to 180 degree. So you can do this 120 degree, right? So the sum of these two is 120 degree. 120 plus x degree is equal to 180 degree. Okay. So which means x degree which you want, third angle, is equal to 180. This is 180 minus 120. Okay, so like this degrees is equal to how many? 60 degrees. Easy. So let's now do the second part. The measures of three angles of a triangle are in the ratio of 3:2:1. Find the measures of these angles. So the measures of the three angles is in the ratio of 3:2:1. So we have to find the angles and we have to find what type of triangle it is, right? Okay, let's see. So let's assume this as a 3x, 2x and 1x is x. So we know it's again the angle sum property, because whenever three angles are given, you just by just keeping your eyes even closed, you can just give a wild guess, and not only a wild guess, the correct guess. It is an angle sum property. So let's sum these. 3x plus 2x plus x is equal to 180 degree. Again the angle sum property, which is the sum of the angles of three triangles is equal to 180 degrees. So using that concept, we just put this as 6x is equal to 6x degrees is equal to 180 degrees. So you can write this 6x degree is equal to how much? 180 upon 6. 180 upon 6, 30 degrees. So what are the three find the measure of these angles? It was asked. X is how much? X is equal to 30 degrees. Y is let this be y is equal to 2x is equal to 60 degrees, and z is equal to 3x is equal, you can put this as ABC as well, but anyways whatever be the variable, answer is 3x as the third angle, which is 3 into 30 is equal to 90 degrees. Okay, and so this is the first part. And what type of triangle it is? Always remember this triangle will be a right angle triangle. Right angle, because what is the I told you in the concept, right angle triangle, at least one angle has to be 90 degree. So this is a 90 degree, right? Okay. Now we go to the third question. One of the acute angles of a triangle is a right angle. One of the acute angle of a right angle triangle is 72 degree. Find the other acute angles. Which means there is a triangle. One angle is a right angle, which is 90 degree. One angle is an acute angle, which is how much? 72 degrees. So what is the third angle? So again, they have given two angles and the third angle has to be calculated. So it is just simply you have to just understand the question, just give a pause and understand for a minute. What exactly is given in maths? Obviously, what is given? Something will be given. So then only you can calculate the variable. Okay. So let's see what all is given. Let's again assume angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3, or you can put angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 72 degrees. Okay, is that okay? So you can let's assume A is to be 90. Let's let this be 90 degrees, because it is already given, and one of the acute angle is given to as 72 degree. And let's assume this angle C to be x degree, which we want to, because we want to calculate the other acute angle. So let's assume a 90 degree as A, B as a 72 degree, because it is given. One of the acute angle of a right angle triangle is 72 given, and the third angle has to be calculated. X degree is equal to 72. Sorry, I'm just correcting. It is always 180. I just thought I'm writing 72 for C. So sorry. This is 180 degree. This is 180 degree. Because sum of the angles of three triangles is 180. So now, how much is 90 and 72? 90 and 72 is how much? 9 plus 18 and this is 162. So x degree plus 162 degree is equal to 180. Then x degree is equal to 180 minus 162 is equal to 18 degrees. Okay, this is 18 degrees. Okay, fine. Is it clear? Using a green marker. Okay, now third question. Each of the two angles of a triangle are 58 degree. Find the third angle. Each of the two angles of a triangle are 58 degree. Find the third angle. So again, not difficult. Two angles are same, 58 each, and third angle has to be calculated. Again, the angle sum property. Angle sum property. Angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180. So let two angle be given. Two angle is given 58 plus 58 plus let angle C be x degree is equal to 180. How much is this? This is, if we add these two, this 116 degree plus x degree is equal to 180. Okay, I hope it is visible. So x degree is equal to 180 minus 116. This comes to be 7, this comes 10 and 6, 4. 7 and 1 is 6, and 1 and 1, this is 0, this is 64 degrees. So x is equal to 64 degrees. This is the third angle. Third angle we take to this as x. Let the third angle be x. So you can write in your own words, but this will be 1 or 2 marks question or 3 marks question. So just try to be as clear and simple as possible. You can even write directly formula A plus B plus C, angle A plus angle B plus angle C is equal to 180. Two angles are given, so just assume any of those two angles as angle A and angle B is 158 degree each. So angle C you have to calculate. So just 2 or 3 steps. Now let's do this one. This is these questions are important. So though it's not very difficult, you just have to see. There may be 2 formulas being used. So let's see. This figure is ABC. And this is x, this is 105 degree, which is an exterior angle. 45 degree angle A. Angle B has 2 angles, x degree interior angle. Exterior angle is 105. And angle C is y. Find the value of x and y. So let's first take this one. X and y has to be calculated. Okay. So just think, students, what can be the case? Whenever there is always a constant in what is given. So what is given? One exterior angle is given. So what is the exterior angle property? That the exterior angle is equal to sum of the interior opposite angles. So let's first use this one. So 105 degree is equal to how much? Is equal to sum of the interior opposite angle is equal to y degree plus 45 degrees. You can write this over here. It is as by the you can even write in the bracket exterior angle property. Exterior angle property. So by this, what you will get? By this, what you will get? You will get y. So y will be 105 minus 45, which is how much? 5 and 5. This is what? 60? No. Yes, 60 degrees. Y is 60. Okay, and now we have to calculate x. So x is what? Angle sum of the angle. This will be angle sum property. If you see how, very simple. Angle sum property. Angle sum property is very important. This is in the second part. Angle sum property. Why? Because all the angles are known. Angle x is required. Angle y is known now. So 45 plus angle y plus angle z is equal to 180. We know this. So we just put this 45 degree plus angle y. How much from 1? 60 degree. You can write this as 1 here, or if you want, you can write from 1. Okay, plus how much? X degree is equal to 180. So x is what? X degree is 180 minus, we add these two, because you take this over there, this transposition, x remains here on left hand side and all the rest constants go to the right hand side, minus the sum of these two, 45 plus 60 degree. There is space, I will go here, 180 minus, this is 5 and okay, 105. Okay, so how much this will be? 75. I think so, 75. So x and y is equal to how much? 75 degree and how much? 60 degree. Oh, sorry. So sorry, interrupt. Anyways, the question was, in a triangle, here in a triangle you have to can a triangle have so this is, let me see if my marker black is working now. It is, can a triangle have true or false? What? Two right angles. First part. Do you think? What is the right angle triangle? 90. 90 and 90 is 180. Not possible. What about the third angle? It cannot be above 180 as per the angle sum property. So this is no. No, false, whatever you feel best. Two acute angles. Okay, what is the acute angle? Less than 90. Let's take 89. So if I take 89 into 2, how much? This is 89 is how much? 18 is 160 and 18, 178, and then 2 degrees is still left. So is it possible to have two acute angles? Yes, it is possible to have two acute angles so two acute angles can be how much? Suppose I take 89 and I take 89, and third angle will be what? The reference. So can a triangle have two acute angles? Tell me. Yes, it can have. Yes. And can it have two obtuse angles? What is an obtuse angle? More than 90. So let's say 91. 90 is not obtuse. I told you in the concept it is 91 suppose. So 91 into is more than 180. So what about the third angle? You cannot therefore have more than two obtuse angles. So can a triangle have two obtuse angles? 91 and 91. No, because 91 and 91 is anywhere above 180. So we can't take anything above 180, right? So we put this as no. Now what about each angle greater than 60 degree? Okay, let's see. 60, 60, 61, 61, 61. How much is that? More than 180? No. Each angle cannot be greater than 60. Yes, two angles can be. 61, 61. So any angle 60 and above is the angle greater than 60 degree. But they are asking each angle as greater than 60. So third angle cannot be taken. It will be less than 60. Why? See, you take 61, 61 is how much? 61 and 61 is, so if you take 61, 61 and 61 again, because it has not to be 60, it has to be above 60. So again, no. I put no here. Then each angle 60, yes, equilateral triangle specifically is 60, 60, 60, which is 180. So yes, you can have each angle is 60, which is true, or you can say yes or true, no or false here. Yes, true. Each angle less than 60, okay. Is it possible? No, because again the angle sum has to be 180. If you take say 59, so 59, but they think each angle. No, so each angle is not possible. 59 into 3 is how much? 177. It should be 180. So each angle is less than 160. So each angle is less than 60. Each angle less than 60. So suppose you take 59, 59 and 59 again. It is 177. So not possible. And because the sum has to be 180. Right? Yes. So this is again false. So we have only how much? One is true, two acute angles. Yes, possible. You can have two acute angles. And rest you can also each angle is 60 is possible. Rest will all false. Now let's do this question. See this figure ABCD. It's actually figure ABCD. Right, now what we have to calculate? X and Y. I didn't mention, sorry. So we have to calculate X degree and Y degree in this question. So let's see, X degree first we calculate. So what is there? What we can utilize in these questions, like in the previous question? Oh, this question I didn't do. So I will do this question for you. I hope the B part of this question, students, I didn't do. So I just rubbing the A part to do the B part for you. And I'll again come to this question. I was just, so basically these questions, what I want to say to you, tell you that these questions you will usually have two properties, angle sum property and exterior angle property. So let's see, this part was missing. This is 75 degree, this is X degree, Y degree, 40 degree, A, B, C. They want to calculate again X degree and Y degree. So this part is done. Now this part, B part. For B part, X degree is equal to 75 degrees. Why? I hope you are aware of this, that vertically opposite angles. So this is a transversal and this is 75 degree given, but this X degree is not given. So basically this is the vertically opposite angles. So X degree is equal to 75 degree vertically opposite angles. So now we know X degree, but now do we know Y degree? Yes, now we can know Y degree as well, because now first was vertically opposite angles. This is by the formula of vertically opposite angles, that vertically opposite angles are equal. This is the formula, vertically opposite angles are equal. This is vertically opposite angles, right? The two transversals are cutting each other. One angle is 75, other angle will be again 75. Whatever is, so these angles on the opposite sides of a transversal which is cutting each other, and one angle is given, other will be vertically opposite, will be same, right? So other will be angle sum property again. So X degree plus Y degree plus 40 degree is equal to 180. Now what happens? X degree is how much? X degree is how much, students? 75 plus Y degree you need plus 40 is equal to 180. So Y degree is how much then? 75 plus 180 minus 75 plus 40 degree. So this will be 180 minus how much is 75 and 40. You can do like this. So this is 120, 110. Sorry, 110 degree. So this will be 70 degrees. So x and y is equal to how much? X is 75 and y is 70 degrees. This is okay. This is 7 5. This is 5. Sorry. This is 75 and 40. This is 115. This is 115. 75 plus 40 is 115. Yeah. So 118 minus 115 is how much? This is 5. This is 65. This is 65. How much? 60. 65. So 75 degree and 65 degrees, right? We can also calculate if we add these three, 75, 65 and 40. This has to be 180. Just to check, okay? 7 plus 1, 8, 8 plus 4, 12, 12 plus 6, 18. Perfect. So we are right. Okay. So this part, like now coming to this part which was missed, x degree and y degree. Okay. So first and foremost, x degree will calculate. Okay, how? Now see, this is y. First we can use one of the formulas. This 80 degrees. See, x degree plus 50 degree is equal to 80 degrees. Who agrees? I think you should agree because this is the exterior angle in triangle DBC. In triangle DBC, what happens? Angle x degree plus 50 degrees is equal to 80 degrees. This is exterior angle property. Exterior angle property. What is the exterior angle property? That the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the interior opposite angles. Sum of the interior opposite angles. Opposite angles of 80 degree are x degree and 50 degree. These are interior angles but opposite. But also we know that 80 degrees is not in the triangle DBC. It is outside the triangle DBC. It's an exterior angle. So minus 50 is equal to 30 degrees. Right, now replacing this by 30. Now we have to calculate how much. Now we have to take now y. So this is one part. Leave this part. Now y degree we want. Y degree. Always see what is being asked. Y degree will be how much? 80 plus 30 plus y is equal to 180. Again in triangle. You write. And this is in triangle DBC. Here you write in triangle ABD. Triangle ABD. What happens? Y we need y degree plus 30 degrees plus 80 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. Meaningless to say, angle sum property can write here. This is angle sum property. So now when you remember the concepts in the previous slide, and then you also relate the questions, you will be able to understand the importance of the concepts, how those concepts which I told you are being now utilized in the questions. So in these questions usually you will be able to use both concepts, angle sum property and the exterior angle concept. So we can calculate now y degree as 180 minus 80 plus 30 is how much? 110, which is equal to 70 degrees. So what are the x and y degree? X degree is how much? 30. X degree, always write x first. X degree is 30 and y degree is 70 degrees. Okay. So if you put y as 70, you can always see the sum of the angles of the plate. Sum of the angles is 180, right? And here also you can, but if you want to, but that's okay. X degree is being asked. This is 30. 50 plus 30 is 80. What's and 80 plus what should this is actually linear sum, but basically it's not being asked. So just consider in this part. Y is 70. X is 30. Is it possible to draw a triangle? Next question: is it possible to draw a triangle with a 3 cm, 4 cm, 5 cm? Triangle inequality property. What is that? If there are 3 sides given, then if the sum of the sides, squares, sum of the squares of the 2 sides should be less than the third side. If it is less than the third side, then you cannot. So if it is more than the if it is greater than the third side, so then you can what is the triangle inequality? This is basically the triangle inequality. So triangle it has to be less. If it is less, then triangle will be formed or not formed? Tell me if you remember. Let's see. This is 3 square plus 4 square is equal to 5 square. Always take the longer side, this one. So basically the Pythagoras theorem, you know. So third side is the longest. So 3 square plus 4 square is how much? 3 square plus 4 square is 9 plus 4 square 16 and 5 square is 25. So you can draw the triangle because it is equal. Is it? Yeah, 25 to 25. In this case, you can draw the triangle. If it is less, you cannot draw the triangle. If it is less, you cannot draw the triangle. If it is more, if the sum of the squares of the 2 sides is more than the third side, then you will not be able to. You will be able to make the triangle. Right? You will be able to make the triangle if it is more. If it is less, you will not be able to make the triangle. If it is equal, you will still be able to make the triangle. Still able to make the triangle. But now let's see this one. 5 square. You can always write A is equal to 5, B is equal to 6, C is equal to 12. Now this is how much? 5 square plus 6 square is equal to 12 square. Is it? No. 5 square is 25, 6 square is 36. So how much is this? So how much is this? This is less. A square plus B square is less than C square because C square is 144 and it is nowhere near to C square. So you will not be able to make a triangle. Not able to make triangle. By which property? Triangle inequality property. Triangle inequality property. Herein you can make the triangle. Herein you can make the triangle. Why? Because it is equal. Because 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, 9 plus 16 is 25, 5 square is 25. You will be able to make the triangle. If it is less, like in this case, A square plus B square is less than the C square, you will not be able to make the triangle. So it has to be greater. 2 sides has to be same or greater than the third side. Okay. Now let's do this one. Again, similar kind of questions. Find the value of x and y. Now let's see how we do this. You think? I'm also thinking. X and y is required, right? So if in case we would have known one value, then we would have taken x or y either ways. But we don't know x and y. Now we'll take use of what is given. Exterior angle is given, which is 70 degrees. So 70 degree is equal to sum of the interior opposite angles. Interior opposite angles have what? X degree plus 20 degree equal to x degree plus 20 degree. Sum of the interior opposite angles is equal to the exterior angle, which is the exterior angle property. Exterior angle property. So x, you can easily take this out as then x degree is equal to 70 degree transformation minus 20 is equal to 50 degree. Now y degree is required. We don't know y degree. We can take by angle sum property. So x degree plus y degree plus 20 degree is equal to 180. Angle sum property. So y degree will be 180 minus x plus 20. Fine. We by here just taken there. X we know from above. This is first. X we can put from 1. So equal to 180 minus x is 50 plus 20 is equal to 180 minus 70 is equal to 210 degrees. Is it? Okay, let's see. 110 plus 50 is how much? 160. 160 plus 20, 180. Perfect. So this is correct. We can always check. Yeah. So we can always check, because now what happens here, x degree is, you always know x is by the angle, exterior angle property. Exterior angle property is equal to sum of interior angles, sum of interior opposite angles. And so 70 is equal to x plus 20. We take x as 50. Then we put x as 50 here. Y we have to take. So 50 plus 20 is 70, and 180 minus 70 is 110. So two angles are 110 and 50. So we can always put these values, and then we can add these values. They will be 180. Okay, friends, enjoy. Okay, now let's do some more questions. The length of sides of two triangles are 8 centimeter, 9 centimeter, and 10 centimeter. So this will be A is equal to okay, let's take this. Which of these is a right angle triangle? In the right angle triangle, it has we know hypotenuse square is equal to a square plus b square. So because the hypotenuse is always opposite to the right angle, so if hypotenuse, if this equation is verified, then it is a right angle triangle. This is what is being asked. So we know 8. Let a is equal to 8, b is equal to 9, c is equal to 10. So we know longest side is the hypotenuse. So 10 square is equal to 8 square plus 9 square. No. So this is not a right angle triangle. Not a right angle triangle. Okay. Now let's do the second part. I found my marker. I kept it somewhere. Okay. So now. This is the first part. Now second part. So length of the two sides, because they are asking whether it's a right angle triangle or not. Right angle triangle, so the opposite side to the right angle triangle is the hypotenuse. So hypotenuse should be equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. So this is what we are trying to establish in these questions, right? So herein we are not able to establish, because let's take these three figures. We know hypotenuse is the longest side. 10 has to be the longest, but 10 should be equal to the squares of the sum of the squares of the other two sides. Not possible. Now next, so it's not a right angle triangle. Now let's take the B part. This is A part. This is the B part. So here in 25 square, because hypotenuse is the longest side, so this has to be equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. Let this be A and this be B. So 7 square plus 24 square. This is 49. This is 576. So if you calculate, it will be 576. Usually just try to remember all the squares from 1 to 30, right? 25 square is 625, 30 square is 900, 10 square is 100. So this way, if you remember, it's always good. But anyway, you can always multiply and calculate. So 576 plus 49. 15, 12, 6. 625 is equal to 625. So this is established, which means this is the right angle triangle. This is a right angle triangle, but this is not right angle triangle. Okay. Now find P. Find P in given right angle triangle. Simple. H is the hypotenuse. B is given, or maybe they don't mention hypotenuse. They just mention the longest side. Longest side is the hypotenuse. So we have to calculate P. So we know H square is equal to P square plus B square. So now replace the values. 13 square is equal to what is P square? We have to calculate plus base square 5. B is 5 given. 5 square. What? So 13 square is 169 is equal to P square plus 25. So what is P square then? 169 minus 25. 144. P square is equal to 144. So what is P? If you know exponents and all, will be square root of 144, which is equal to 12 centimeters. Right? Simple. So you will subtract. Basically, it's just the equation. So because P is asked, P is one of the sides. It is not the hypotenuse, because hypotenuse has to be the longest side in a right angle triangle. And it's a right angle. It's a right angle triangle. In a right angle triangle, always there will be a hypotenuse, which is the opposite side to the angle, to the right angle, which is the longest side. Now, this is the last part of this chapter. Last question. Very easy question, and you will just enjoy this question. So, this is the figure A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. Two poles are of height 18 meter and 28 meter. This is pole 1, this is pole 2. Sorry, the figure is a little bit small. P1 is the pole 1, P2 pole 2 is bigger, longer pole, which is how much? 28 meter. So I mentioned this 28 meter, 18 meter. Upright on a plane, obviously the poles will be upright on a plane ground. If the difference between the feet, these are the feet of the first pole, feet of the second pole, the difference between the feet is 24 meter. Given, find the distance between the tops. Top, see I mentioned top of the first pole, top of the second pole. So this is, find the distance between their tops. Distance between the tops is AD. So this way you can make the figure. So when I join this figure, I will see this becomes a rectangle. ABC. This you can put anything like O. ABCO is a rectangle, so this is BC, this is 24. AO is 24. AO is 24. Now this is 28. So how we will find this? AD is required. So AD is asked. AD is equal to, we don't know. So we will write in triangle ABCO. AO is equal to BC is equal to 24 meter. See, this is given. This is given 24 meters. It is given. So, if you take in triangle AOD, this is the right angle. You can always see this ADO you can write. So in triangle AOD, because AD is being asked. What is OD? OD is equal to DC minus OC. DC minus OC. This you can write. What is DC? Whole of DC is how much? Mentioned to you 28. And what is AB? AB is equal to OC, rectangle, right? You can write here OC is equal to AB is equal to how much? 18, because this is the length of the pole, is equal to P1, 18. So just replace DC minus DC is how much? DC is 28. 28 minus 18 is equal to 10 meters. Simple. So this is 10 meters. Is it? Sorry, what is OD? OD is 10 meters. Now we know 10. This is 10. Now we know this is 24. We want to calculate AD is the hypotenuse. So in triangle AOD. So in triangle AOD, AD square is equal to OA square plus OD square. OA square plus OD square. Now you just replace the values because AD is required. This is the Pythagoras theorem. By Pythagoras theorem. So what will happen now? 24 80 sorry, OA square. OA is, what is OA is how much? 24. 24 square plus what is only 10 square. 10 square, what is how much? 10, yes. 10 square is 80. So 24 square, I think we did calculate 576, somewhere in this. 576 plus 100 is 80 square. Or you can write 676 AD square is equal to 676. So AD will be square root of 676, which is 26 meters. Simple. 26 meters is the answer. This is what AD. See, AD is this. Just remember, students, AOD is a right angle triangle. Here and this is given because this is a rectangle. If you join this is a rectangle. This and this side will be same, but we want this side. We don't want this side. But to get this side, we know the total side is how much? 28, and we know this side also 18. So this becomes 18, this becomes 28. So this is required. So this is 28 minus 18, which is 10. Now we know this side also because this rectangle 24 and this is 24. This is 10. This is 10. This is 24, and then AD we can calculate by the Pythagoras theorem. So this is how. These were some of the questions which were important, relevant to the concepts. I hope you like this chapter, enjoyed, and this way, as I continue to give you more insights into maths, my next video will be coming on congruency of triangles for class 7th. So this was basically a start for triangles and its properties, because I thought to tell you this before congruency. I hope you like this chapter. If you like it, then please give a like, and do keep on watching my channel Score More, as there will be some more new videos coming, and do not forget to press the bell icon for my further upcoming videos. Till then, you do have a good time, enjoy, and be safe and happy. Bye, and keep smiling.